In the quiet town of Ravenswood, nestled at the edge of a vast, ancient forest, there was a tale that sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. The legend spoke of a ghost train that would appear on moonless nights, gliding silently through the mist-covered tracks, its haunting whistle a chilling harbinger of doom. This was no ordinary ghost story. It was a legend rooted in a tragic past. Decades ago, a passenger train known as the Nightshade Express disappeared without a trace. The train, filled with holiday travelers, vanished on its way to the neighboring city of Hollowbrook. No wreckage was ever found, and the fate of the passengers remained a mystery. Over the years, sightings of the ghost train became more frequent, each encounter more terrifying than the last. One autumn evening, a group of paranormal investigators arrived in Ravenswood, determined to uncover the truth behind the ghost train. The team consisted of Emma, the leader with a sixth sense for the supernatural, David, the tech expert, Maria, the historian, and Jake, the skeptic. They were drawn to the town by reports of the ghost train's recent activity. The team set up their base in an old, abandoned station at the edge of the forest, a place long forgotten by the townsfolk. As night fell, the air grew colder, and an uneasy silence enveloped the area. The investigators prepared their equipment, ready to face whatever came their way. As midnight approached, the forest grew eerily quiet. Suddenly, a faint, otherworldly whistle echoed through the trees. The investigators exchanged nervous glances. Emma, her eyes wide with anticipation, motioned for the team to follow her towards the tracks. Through the dense fog, they saw it. A ghostly train materializing out of the darkness. The Nightshade Express, its carriages glowing with an ethereal light, moved with an unnatural silence. The team stood frozen, captivated by the eerie sight. The train slowed to a stop before them, its doors sliding open with a mournful creak. Against their better judgment, the investigators boarded the ghost train, their curiosity overpowering their fear. Inside, they found themselves in a twisted version of the past. The once luxurious carriages were now decayed and covered in dust, the seats occupied by ghostly passengers who seemed trapped in a perpetual state of terror. Emma, her senses heightened, felt an overwhelming presence of despair. The investigators moved through the carriages, documenting the chilling scenes. David's equipment malfunctioned, the screens displaying only static and distorted images. Maria, flipping through her notes, found references to the Nightshade Express and its ill-fated journey. As they ventured deeper into the train, the atmosphere grew more oppressive. The ghostly passengers began to stir, their hollow eyes following the investigators. Whispers filled the air, voices filled with sorrow and anger. The team felt an icy chill as the spirits reached out, desperate to make contact. In the final carriage, they discovered the truth. The Nightshade Express had been cursed by a vengeful spirit, a woman who had been wronged by the train's conductor many years ago. Her rage and sorrow had bound the train and its passengers to an eternal journey through the night. Emma, her connection to the spirit world stronger than ever, tried to communicate with the vengeful spirit. She learned that the only way to free the souls trapped on the train was to bring the conductor to justice. But the conductor had perished in the accident, his spirit now a malevolent force driving the ghost train. The train began to move, faster and faster, as the investigators realized they were no longer in control. The ghostly conductor appeared, his eyes burning with a fiery hatred. The train hurtled through the night, the scenery outside transforming into a nightmarish landscape of twisted trees and shadowy figures. The team fought to stay together as the ghostly passengers closed in, their cold hands grasping at their clothes. Emma, summoning all her strength, confronted the conductor. She spoke of the injustice done to the vengeful spirit and demanded that he release the train and its passengers. A violent wind whipped through the carriage, and the ghostly conductor let out a scream of rage. The train shuddered, its speed increasing. Emma, determined to end the curse, reached out and touched the conductor, her hand passing through his spectral form. A blinding light filled the carriage, and the train screeched to a halt. The investigators found themselves back at the abandoned station. The ghost train and its passengers vanished. The air was still, the night silent once more. Emma, exhausted and shaken, knew they had only temporarily disrupted the curse. The ghost train would return, driven by the unresolved hatred of the conductor. The team left Ravenswood, their experience etched into their minds. They vowed to return one day, to find a way to free the souls trapped on the Nightshade Express. The legend of the ghost train lived on, a chilling reminder that some spirits could not rest until justice was served. Years later, the ghost train continued to haunt the tracks near Ravenswood, its mournful whistle echoing through the night. Locals stayed away from the forest, wary of the spectral locomotive and its ghostly passengers. The tale of the Nightshade Express became a cautionary story, a dark legend warning against.
Dear viewers, if you like to watch the scariest horror stories, do subscribe, like and share our channel. Thank you.